Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. This one is my 4K collection video. But at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, please leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about the films that I'm going to include in this video. Let me know what some of your favorite 4K movies are. Now, as I said, this is a video about the 4K films that I have in my collection right now. We only have 21. I do not have a 4K player as of right now. Blu-ray is my preferred uh, medium of choice for films. But I have, like I said, I've got over 20 4Ks, and the majority of those were either because it was the only way I can get the Blu-ray, because it was part of a combo pack, or it was because it was on sale, or it was because it had some special packaging that I really liked. So there's no real rhyme or reason to these 4Ks. As far as genre goes, we have mainly horror and action. But like I said, there's a nice little eclectic mix as well. And eventually I will be getting a 4K player, and then I could really enjoy these movies to their fullest potential. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through these real quick in alphabetical order. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So starting off, we've got some Scream Factory titles for you first. First, we have Alligator from 1980, starring Robert Forster and Henry Silva, among others. And this one is directed by Louis Teague, a movie that I saw with my parents when I was a kid at the theater. Loved it and still do. This is a great edition of this film. Next, the first of many steelbooks to come. This is the Scream Factory 4K Blu-ray combo of Army of Darkness, directed by Sam Raimi and starring the one and only Bruce Campbell. I absolutely adore the artwork on this. This is just phenomenal. This is one of the better steelbooks, in my opinion, as far as the artwork goes. This is just great. And then sticking with the Scream Factory, most of these are Shout or Scream Factory, you'll find. We have Bride of Chucky. And again, I got this one pretty cheap, and the main reason why I got it was because of the Blu-ray. I'm not a huge Child's Play fan where I have all of them, but this one, I gotta admit, it was pretty fun. This was the last one that I really enjoyed. So bearing that in mind, we also have Child's Play 2. And Child's Play 3. I have the first Child's Play on Scream Factory Blu-ray. They released the sequels after that, and they were all 4K Blu-ray combos. It was the only way you can get them. So the first Child's Play is definitely my favorite, without a doubt. The other ones, like I said, they kind of go downhill pretty quick after Bride of Chucky, which in itself is pretty bad, but it's a lot of fun. So, okay, then we've got a Shout Select title here. 1985's Clue, with one of the best comedic ensembles ever, as far as I'm concerned. Headlined by Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Martin Mull, and Leslie Ann Warren, among others. And yeah, this is a great movie. It really is. This movie had 3 theatrical endings. 3 different versions were released at the theater at the time. The theater that I worked in had number B, or letter B, I should say, which was Miss Scarlet. This Blu-ray, or 4K, I should say, obviously has all 3 endings on it. And like I said, this movie's just a lot of fun. It's one of Tim Curry's best performances, and Madeline Kahn steals the movie. Flames, flames. It's brilliant. It really is. Okay, next, got another steelbook for you for Dangerous Animals. There's Jai Courtney right there, who I've never really thought was a very good actor, but my God, he is. He's very good in this movie. Co-starring Hassie Harrison and Josh Houston. This is like just a little tiny movie. This guy is a serial killer, but his weapon of choice, are sharks. And just that alone is kind of a cool idea. And yeah, like I said, I've never been a huge Jai Courtney fan. He's fantastic in this movie. He really is. And I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. Next, another Shout Factory, Shout Select title, I should say. Michael Cimino's Academy Award winning epic, The Deer Hunter, starring Robert De Niro, John Cazale, John Savage, and in his Academy Award winning role, Christopher Walken. Yeah, great movie. What can you say about The Deer Hunter that hasn't been said? Yeah, that wedding scene is pretty long, but who gives a shit? This is a brilliant, brilliant film. It really is. And it's not one that I watch a lot, but when I do watch it, it keeps me riveted just as much as it was the first time around. It's just a great movie. Next, this one's one of the newer ones from my collection, and oh, I was so happy that this finally got released. We are talking about Kevin Smith's Dogma. This was an extremely controversial film when it came out, and I love it. It's my favorite Kevin Smith movie, and as you can see, I got this because of the Blu-ray. I had the out-of-print DVD for this. This one was held up in rights hell for years because of Harvey Weinstein. Kevin Smith finally secured the rights back, and yeah, this movie is just fantastic on every level. The cast is outstanding, but you got to give a special shout out to Alan Rickman, as always. He's just phenomenal. So, Dogma, I love this movie beyond words. Next, another Shout Select title, The Last Detail, starring Jack Nicholson and Randy Quaid, among others. And again, this was the only way I could get this movie on Blu-ray, was with this 4K. This one was directed by Hal Ashby. And yeah, this is a really good movie. It's a classic. It really is. This might have been Randy Quaid's first movie, or it's one of them for sure. And like I said, Nicholson's great. Randy Quaid's great. I forgot the other gentleman's name. Otis Young. I'm sorry, Otis Young. Yeah, he's fantastic as well. So if you've never seen The Last Detail, by all means, it's one of those early 70s movies that just give it a chance. It's a really good movie. Next, my favorite movie from last year, talking about The Long Walk. I took the slipcover off so you can see it in its full glory. And yeah, I adore this movie. It's depressing, it's heartbreaking, but it's also a beautiful film about friendship and about brotherhood. And it is one of the best Stephen King movies of all time, in my opinion. Next, also from last year, and this one just came out of nowhere for me. I love this movie. Novocaine, starring Jack Quaid and Ray Nicholson, who is Jack Nicholson's son. This movie's a lot of fun. It's ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun. And again, I got this one. I could have gotten this Blu-ray without the 4K, but I got this on eBay extremely cheap because the guy took the digital code out, and I ended up buying a 4K Blu-ray for $5. I mean, how could you beat that? And this movie it's fantastically entertaining. Next, you knew I couldn't go through a video without mentioning Crazy Gary Busey. And in this case, we were talking about Point Break, also from Shout Select, starring Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze, in addition to Crazy Gary Busey, directed by Catherine Bigelow. Yeah, one of my all-time favorite action movies from the 90s. Definitely one of my favorite movies with these two. I mean, it's great. It's one of Patrick Swayze's best performances. It's one of Keanu Reeves' best movies. It's just a great, great film. Speaking of great films, this one goes under the radar. Also from 1985, like Clue. Real Genius, starring the late, great Val Kilmer, among others. Has a great cameo from Deborah Foreman. And, of course, you have William Atherton, who plays the asshole that he always plays in these movies. Let's see if they got a picture of him. No. If you don't know who William Atherton is, he played the asshole in Ghostbusters. He played the asshole reporter in Die Hard, and he plays the asshole teacher in this. And he just excelled at playing the assholes in the 80s. And this movie's fantastic. I love, love, love this movie. I think it's one of Val Kilmer's very best roles. Moving right along from last year. This one's pretty controversial to a lot of folks, but I really enjoyed it. And I'm talking about The Running Man, directed by Edgar Wright and starring Glenn Powell and oh Jesus Christ, Josh Brolin, among others. And again, this is not a remake of the original Schwarzenegger film. This is an adaptation of the Stephen King novel of the same name. The Schwarzenegger version is not. It's its own thing. Therefore, don't compare the two. They are completely different. If you don't like this movie because you don't like it, that's fine. But don't say you don't like it because the Schwarzenegger movie is better. Because again, they are totally different. You cannot compare the two. At least you shouldn't. Next, another fantastic Scream Factory steelbook. This time, of John Carpenter's They Live. And again, look at the artwork on these. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It just really is. And outside of The Thing, this is my favorite John Carpenter film. It just is. I love They Live. This is the only movie in my entire collection that I have 2 copies of, because I also have the Blu-ray steelbook of this as well. I picked this one up because I got this really cheap. And again, I love, love, love the artwork on this. Okay, we're getting to the end here, guys. Let's get some more Schwarzenegger with Total Recall, directed by the wonderful, wonderful Paul Verhoeven. This is part of his great science fiction trilogy. I know he's made more than that, but to me, it's RoboCop, Total Recall, and Starship Troopers. All 3 of them are just fantastic movies. And this one, it never gets old. I love this movie so much that every episode of Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim, I reference it. Whenever Sean says, we'll see everybody in 2 weeks, I have to do the 2 weeks lady from this movie. It's like Crazy Gary Busey. I just have to do it. So, Total Recall, absolutely batshit balls out crazy. It still holds up. The effects, the performances, everything about this movie. It's a perfect 90s popcorn science fiction action movie. It just is. This one came out of nowhere and just destroyed me, but God, I love this movie. Train to Busan. Now this one I got at Walmart for $10. I was going to get the Blu-ray, and they had the Blu-ray for $15, but they had the 4K Blu-ray combo for $10. So guess what I did? I saved some money, and oh my God, this movie's fantastic. I've said it before, whenever I mention this movie, if you would have told me that a Korean zombie movie would have brought me to tears, I would have thought you were insane. But that's exactly what this movie did. It's just an incredible, incredible film. Okay, next, another Schwarzenegger classic from the 90s. We're talking about James Cameron's True Lies, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, among others. And got to give a special shout out to Tom Arnold, an actor who I've never really cared for, but he steals every goddamn scene he's in this movie. And again, one of James Cameron's best movies. I wish to God, instead of making the 25 Smurf movies he's got going on, he would have made a couple of sequels to this, because this movie's fantastic. And it, again, like the best James Cameron movies, it never gets old. Okay, we only got a couple left. Next, another one from last year. Until Dawn, based on the Sony PlayStation video game. And this one stars Peter Stormare, among others. And again, this isn't a great movie, but I really enjoyed it. And the only reason why I got this one was the only way you can get the Blu-ray was with the 4K on this one. You could get it on DVD or this combo. That was it. So originally, I wasn't going to buy this at all because I refused to spend that kind of money for it. But it was part of my Christmas gift last year. So it ended up being free. And again, I've watched this movie a couple of times. It's not going to win any awards, but it is a lot of fun. And speaking of a lot of fun, we're on the last movie, and that is Upgrade. Written and directed by Leigh Whannell, and starring, what the hell is this guy's name? Logan Green, something like that. Logan Marshall Green, that's his name. And he's very good in this movie. And this movie's a lot of fun. Can't really go into the plot too much. Just to say that this guy gets into an accident. He becomes paralyzed. They put one of these stimulators into him, and pretty soon this thing starts talking to him. And makes him do things or gives him capabilities that he never dreamed he could have had. And this movie is awesome. It's a lot of fun. The camera work on this is great. The premise is pretty good. I mean, yeah, I kind of knew where it was going towards the end of the movie, but who gives a shit? And like I said, this guy right here gives his all for the performance. And like I said, in a nutshell, this movie's a lot of fun. And that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about these films. Let me know what some of your favorite 4Ks are. Now, a couple other things I want to talk about right before we're over here. First and foremost, today, as I film this, it is Tuesday, the 23rd of June. Today is my good friend Kenny over at Kenny Movies Palace's birthday. So please, if you get a chance and you're still watching, head on over to Kenny's channel and wish him a happy birthday. I'm going to leave his link in the description below. I also want to mention that this coming Saturday, which is the 27th, will be the next edition of Shooting the Shit with Jim. My very special guest will be Alan from Physical Media Lives, all the way from Ireland. It is the first time that Alan has been on the stage. I have been on a couple of streams with Alan over on Ollie's channel. He's a great guy. He has a great channel and knows a lot of shit about movies. So please, by all means, join me and Alan on Saturday. And the last bit of business is next Tuesday, 1 week from today, which would be June 30th, will be the next episode of Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim. You can get that over at Sean's channel at Movie Assault or the Talking Movies 2024 channel. This channel, God, I can't talk. This episode is going to be extremely special. It is our 50th episode. It is our 2-year anniversary episode. So because of 2-year anniversary, we decided we're going to do something about sequels. So we're going to be talking about our top 5 and our bottom 5 sequels. But then we are also going to be reminiscing about the last 2 years of our show. Talking about some of the highlights, some of the lowlights, and some of the things that happened in between. So I really hope that some of you, if not all of you, can reach out, join us during that very special episode, and join in the chat. You guys are what makes that show worthwhile every 2 weeks. So please, by all means, head on over to Sean's channel or the Talking Movies 2024 channel next week and watch that very special episode. And again, I will be leaving links to everybody's channels in the description below. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope everybody is having a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.